Hello. Okay, I think most of you know this by now. But just want to reiterate again, this is probably like coming from past trauma. I don't know. I have lived a life feeling like I have to prove myself or like explain, which I'm trying to get better at, but I do feel like this is worthy of repeating just like once more. Probably not just once more, but in this moment, I just want to repeat this. Anytime I share anything about narcissism or narcissistic traits, being an empath, but like taking it so far that you have no boundaries and you're not taking time to fuel your own tank. You're putting your own needs aside and putting someone else first. I used to think that that was being selfless. But I was wrong. I was wrong. You have to fill your own tank, your glass, whatever, first, so that you then can give from a place of love versus maybe down the road like resentment, because you have nothing else to give, but you just keep giving and you're not giving to yourself, and it's not a good place to be. So again, I do feel like those three areas of my life were like training camps, if you will, because I do feel like God created me as this empathetic Enneagram 2, but I'm also not a doormat, and I never have been, so it's just been this like weird like teeter-totter between like I want to be there for you and I will put my needs aside and I will give you my all, give you my best, and then like but also like if you start like really like pushing the boundary there and like abusing or what's the word I'm looking for, like taking me for granted and like just sucking the life out of me essentially because you need and aren't giving back and don't even really appreciate what I am giving you, blah blah blah. It's just like it's just been this lifelong like teeter-totter. So I'm proud of myself for being an empath, and there's no changing that, but I do want to be a healthy empath who has boundaries. I also want to keep that backbone, if you will, or the attitude of like, you're not going to walk all over me, like I'm sweet, but I also will stand up for myself. So anyway, I'm just really trying to grow into like my best self. Like, isn't that what we're here for? Grow into our best self, love people along the way. And I guess at the root of it, with my mom being her therapist in college, which I didn't sign up for. I was just somehow that just happened. But a 19-year-old, that's a kid. That's a kid. So I just didn't know better. Now I do though. And those boundaries with her are still tested often, but I'm really trying. And that's why I continue to put out there different memes or articles or whatever, books, links to books, podcasts, YouTube videos, interviews, whatever, about this, because I feel like, I'm convinced I'm not the only one that has mama-daughter issues or just issues with narcissist or people with narcissistic traits. We don't necessarily have to put the label on there because we're not doctors, but if you read, some credible information and the person you're thinking of checks like all the boxes, so yeah, that's going to be a constant battle, because you can't just switch jobs when it's your mom. She's your mom. You can't divorce her when she's your mom. It's your mom. So this will be a lifelong challenge. I am proud of myself, so freaking proud of myself for walking away from teaching. I have a heart of a teacher, always will. I was dang good at it, and I've never been so proud of myself for not winning something ever, because I was runner-up for Teacher of the Year the final year I was a teacher. No one knew, I was already in my head knew I wasn't going to be a teacher anymore. That would have been horrible. Teacher of the Year quits education forever. No, that would not have been good. So I'm so glad I did not win that title and just got out of there and followed my heart into the creative community we have here in Charleston. And oh my gosh, it is so beautiful. And I'm blooming where I'm planted. Like, this community is incredible. I sensed it, and now I'm in it, and I'm being it, and it's just feels so good. And then as far as my marriage, that was a short-lived one. Thank goodness there were no kids involved. I feel blessed and thank God every day for that. It honestly, it was an example of two kids who got married and who had past trauma. But we all have past traumas and experiences and baggage, and we just have to be diligent in working through it. And hopefully you choose a life partner that's willing to work together, to be a team. But if that is, and it truly does take two. So if you are finding yourself in a marriage, because that's the only relationship besides like a mother-daughter or like a sibling relationship that I can think of that would require you to really put in work because you've made this commitment. But it takes two to tango, and if the other person is not willing and continues to suck the life out of you, to the point to where you are in tears and in an emotional state of trauma, because you are a victim of narcissistic abuse, yet again in your life, because maybe that was what was, that's what love felt like. And then that's what you went for. But now at the age of 35, you're like starting to connect all the dots, and you're like, oh. So that's why I'm sharing so much about narcissism versus empath, giving, being an Enneagram 2. I am a flaming Enneagram 2, and I'm proud of it, but there's, when you study the Enneagram and use it as a tool for your self-awareness and growth, it can help you be the best kind of Enneagram 2. So that giver, that lover, that helper, but like understanding you're not a savior. Like you're not trying to save anybody. You have to love yourself first, not because you're conceited or whatever. And I think that comes from high school, girls like, oh, she thinks she's just all that, like silliness. No, I don't think I'm all that. I work hard, I bust it, I hustle in every area of my life, and I'm good at a lot of things, yes. But it's not because I just sit back and I work for this. And I'm proud of it. So I'm confident. And I give from a place of love, but I can best love and give when I've first poured into myself. So I have a full cup. It's running over. So I've got enough for me, my mom, because I can't, like I said, I can't divorce her. I can't walk away from, she's not my job. I can walk away from, she's my mother, and I want to respect her, but also respect me most, because it's about damn time. What song is that? It's about damn time. It's about damn time, for real. So I'm really proud of myself, and I'm just explaining, not out of anxiety that someone's misunderstanding me, or because I'm really at a place where it's surely people get it by now. They know my genuine heart. I'm not out to disrespect anyone or bash anyone. I just truly, I've been trying to save myself, because that's the only one you can save. And because I'm a teacher at heart, an Enneagram 2, I want to help and encourage and be the voice of reason that maybe someone else out there needs, because we didn't have Instagram when I was 19 or 23, or even, well, I guess there was Instagram. What's my excuse there? There was an excuse when I was married. But I feel like I'm now in this place where I'm liking and finding the resources, and they're coming to me. Friends are sending them to me, or the algorithm sending them to me. I'm in a place now where I'm getting the information that I need, versus just art, which I love seeing art, or my friends' children. I'm getting really good resources, and so I just want to share that back with anyone who may need it, or anyone that may need to understand my journey. And because I was literally accused, Friday was a week ago, I did lunch with a fellow Charleston artist. Well, actually, we can't even call her a Charleston artist, because she just moved here a year ago, and she's already burning bridges because she told Fallon, well, we won't even go there. But I'm willing to be friends with anybody. But you show those red flags, then I know what they are. I know red flags now, and I'm gonna proceed with caution. But if it's a friend, a coworker, just some random peer that you're meeting up with for the first time for coffee or lunch or something, and they show you red flags, like, well, get out of there. You are not obligated. And I did that last Friday, and it felt so good. And I think she sensed that I'm empathetic and sensitive and loving. But then she quickly turned all these really kind things into some really awful things, because I'm sorry, I'm not a doctor, I'm not gonna label her as a narcissist, but like her narcissistic traits, that you can at least say that there were some traits there. That part of her did not like the fact that I was not bowing down to her and allowing her to turn her praises of me into this weird psychological spin around sabotage. I don't know. It was weird, y'all. See, I said I won't even talk about it, but here I am. That's just my personality. Anyway, it was crazy, but because of the 3 big challenges in my life, where I have been tested on the whole, boundary thing, and just taking care of myself first and not allowing someone else's opinions to get me down. I was able to walk out of that lunch before we even paid, but I tried to pay my bill. She just was adamant about paying, so I let her pay, but I got out of there. And you should have seen her face. It was whatever. She's crazy. She's not crazy. I'm not calling people crazy. She had crazy tendencies, okay? And mine were pure and genuine. And I am gonna find me a husband, because I am real. I'm too stinking real for my own good. I'm so real, I'm doing a 12-minute and 14-second video. Gosh, I meant to be on here for 3 minutes. But I'm just trying to be real. I'm not trying to bash anybody, just trying to be real. And if you're a BI, then like, let's just call it like it is. But if I'm a BI, tell me. Like, I have thick skin, but not so thick that I'm not willing to, like, listen and like absorb it and change my behavior or tweak it if I need to. Okay? Just trying to keep it real. Trying to share my love, trying to give from a full cup, trying to be the voice that I needed when I was younger. 35 though, I am alive. I'm not even 35 yet, almost though, but like, I'm just going ahead and claiming it. 35 and alive. Also, I'm aware that it looks like this piece of art looks like a shrine above my bed. But I didn't do it of myself. It's not a self-portrait. A mentor who lives in Savannah painted this, put it in a show. It didn't win. But anyway, I feel like maybe I should move it, because it's kind of weird that it's like over my bed, like looking down on myself. Maybe it could just be maybe we'll just call it my angel. Looking down on me, watching out for me, caring for me. Anyway, now we're at 13 minutes and 48 seconds. Okay, this is enough. I don't even know if Instagram allows you to do this long of a video. Probably not. Oh well. Okay, I'll go now. Have a great day. Bye.